the Spanish La Liga would never be as competitive as the Premier League. It will never happen. All right, this is the reason why. Please tap the subscribe button down below to subscribe to this channel so I can continue to make more videos like this. Thank you. For example, now this is just the beginning of the season, and let's say Barcelona, Real Madrid, those two major clubs, they can lose their first 5 games. They can lose their first 5 games, and they will still finish in the top 4. Yes, Barcelona can lose their first 5 games. Real Madrid will lose their first 5 games, and they will still finish in the top 4. It's guaranteed. They will still make it into that top 4. But in the Premier League, just by mistake, lose some given just one game, you would fight for top 4 for the rest of the season. You will not even see, because, for example, Sunderland won their game 3-0 against West Ham. Manchester United lost 1-0. Chelsea drew their game against Crystal Palace 0-0. All right, 0-0. And then, as you are losing that game, as you are dropping just that 1 point, just one, even if it's just a point, other teams are winning. Not just the major teams that are winning. It's not just the big teams that are winning. Other so-called lower teams are also winning. That is why, for example, last season, you saw what Nottingham Forest did. We saw what Nottingham Forest were doing. All right, just unfortunate that they couldn't really make it into any European competition, but they gave a lot of teams a hard run for their money. All right, so that is how it is. In the Premier League, there is no game that is not important. Every game is important if you want to finish in the top 4. For example, for the big teams, if you want to finish in the top 4, this is from the very start of the season. This is where you start to fight for it. All right, now Chelsea has drawn their game against Crystal Palace. That is 2 points that they've thrown away. 2 points. They might not be able to recover that 2 points until, let's say, November, or let's say October, depending on how the games go. That is how crazy Premier League is. In La Liga, we already know who the top 4 teams is going to be this season. We already know who the top 4 teams are going to be this season. We already know. We know Barcelona definitely will be there. Real Madrid will be there. Atletico Madrid will be there, and maybe Atletico Bilbao or Sevilla or one of those regular clubs that always join them. That is how it is, and that is how it's still going to be. In the Premier League right now, nobody can say that this team is already making it. You can't dare to say that. All right, it's just as crazy as it is. Just my thought anyways.